Yo, so gonna do another replay review. This is for Hatashy92. They reached out to me on Reddit and sent me these two ball chasing links. Um, I'm not gonna look at this 2v2 game just because you've won 5-1, and if you look at the shots, you had 10 shots, they only had 3, and it's just like a massively dominating game. So if I watch this, I haven't watched it, but if I watched it and you just keep scoring all the time, and you just have me sitting here saying, "Yep, good job, good, yep, nice goal, good goal," it's just a bit pointless. You're not going to get that much out of it. So I will watch the 1v1 game instead. So if I click this, it should load. I did have a quick watch of it first already. But yeah, this was a closer game. Won by 1 goal, went to overtime, so there should be a bit more things we can talk about. But also, if I go back here, so we can see you had 14 shots and scored 6. So you had a lot of shots. They only had 7 shots, but they did score 5 of their 7, and you only made 1 save. And for the 14 shots you had, they saved 9 of them. So already just from these little stats, I can, determine that you generated a lot of chances, and that's basically why you won, because you just kept the offensive plays going and eventually just powered through and got more goals. However, defensively, you only made 1 save, and they basically scored every shot they took. So we need to work out why you're getting scored on a lot. Is it you're not making the saves, or are we getting counter-attacked on? What's happening? So if I set this up, get the pen ready. So yeah, let's get into it. Okay, so I'm going to mention it now. I know later on you do start flipping on the kickoffs, but I'm going to, just point it out here and just show you directly why. But so you do this, you go in without a flip, you're on 0 boost when you get to the ball, right? Now, they were a bit AFK at the start, which is why they're so far behind, but if you flip, you can save yourself loads of boost. So we can see they've got boost, and if I flip to their point of view, they do a flip. I mean, you can see here, look, you've already started moving. You're already on the boost, and they haven't moved yet. But ignoring that, they've landed. They've got 18 boost because they did a flip. So that's why flipping is so good on kickoffs, because you can save boost, plus it can get you there faster. And like I say, I know that you do it later on, so I'm not going to go into it too much now. But this is a good first touch. And just to point this out slightly, I'll try not to keep skipping around too much, but if we listen here, so you take the mid, and if we listen to the audio, you'll hear that the opponent flips away. Right there. So if I flick to their camera, they're mid-fliplet. So we know they're flipped away, so now we know we have loads of time and space. So we can also confirm that when we come around the corner here and see this. So great first touch to get it to the side. We've kind of panic flipped it a little bit. If you try to keep an eye on the opponent when you're dribbling, it can kind of stop you from flicking the ball away, but it's okay here. We've got the boost. That's an important block because they might shoot that. And then yeah, this is the first goal. So the reason why this is a goal is, so this is a great block because you've basically blocked them from scoring. You land, and then we need to use the audio again. So here, we can hear them pressing the boost, we can hear them tap and boost, we can hear their engine. We know they're going to stay nearby. Now, what you can also do in this situation is, if I get the right camera, there we go. Try to set this up as though this is ball cam. So this is your view, right? You're staring at the ceiling. You can see a bit of your car. If you just use your right stick, or whatever your camera is bound to, and just flick it down, be probably more like this or something. But anyway, if you just flick your camera down, you'll see their nameplate right there. And all it is just a quick flick like that. And you see their name. Then you know that they're nearby. And that way, because in this situation, you need to know if they're still there or not. Because it looks like you don't realise they're there you've waited, and then suddenly you get beat. Right? So you need to have the awareness that the player is right there. So right here, you could jump and beat them, or you might want to just fake and leave the play and rotate back. You can't let them get away with this, because it's just a free ball. So yeah, this was good. So you flipped across to cut down the space, which is good. You've seen that they've backed off. You've seen that you can beat them. This is good. So you kind of gave yourself an awkward shot here. If I go back, I'll go back slightly again, just to make it easier. Pause it at the moment I want to pause it at. So here, if I get the pen. So you know you can get there first because they've just jumped and you beat them over here somewhere, right? So you need to really want to cut. You want to cut in almost as soon as you can, because if you cut in a bit now, the ball's going to bounce back out to here somewhere. The sooner you go across, basically what I'm trying to get is the sooner you go across, you're going to have a better angle at the goal. Almost like, imagine you went straight now. Imagine the ball has already bounced and is in this position where it is now. It's just a straight line for the goal, right? Instead, what you do is you drive this way for a bit too long, then you come back, then you have to go back on yourself when the ball bounces out, and you get this awkward side flip shot. Whereas if you come off the ball a bit sooner, so like instead of here, get the pen again, instead of at this angle that you're at now, you'd be more like this angle. Pen is, there we go, it was lagging a bit there. You'd be more like this angle, and it's just an easier shot, right? So you just want to get off the ball a bit quicker, get that angle, and it'll be a much easier shot. It was close though, and I think this is where you score anyway. Yeah. So there's the flip on the kickoff, and see you had 20 boost that time. They did some weird delayed kickoff. This is fine. And I think this is where they get a goal. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so let's go back again. Back a bit more. Right. So this is fine because you've blocked them from getting the rebound of the shot. And now here you have to be careful here that they might catch this ball, turn it around and take another shot, which you're aware of, which is why you just turned to the right. Whether you made that conscious or subconscious decision, you know, you're aware of that situation, so you turn to the right, which is good. Now you've seen them miss. This is where you need to push forward, right? You need to just push forward and get closer. The problem is that, you know, if we go from their perspective, as soon as this ball comes down off here, they tried to get it. Now look how awkward they are. They've backed all the far away, and and you just kind of gave them a free ball because you didn't close down the space. So this is an opportunity where suddenly they've gone for the ball. It's effectively they've gone for the ball and missed. So you want to just close down the space. You might have even been able to rush this and get a free shot. But you basically challenged when you're already beat to the ball. And that's just why this is going to be a goal. Just a little quick one here. Whenever I do kickoffs, I just stare at the opponent's nameplate. So if you stare at the nameplate, it just doesn't move. So then you know that they're AFK, or you know that they might be faking if their nameplate moves in a weird way. So that's just something you can look out for. But this is fine. So you got loads of time here. Kind of panicked and rushed it again. So again, just quickly, we've just seen them flip, and they're going for the corner boost. You've got so much time and space. It's a perfectly good first touch. Sometimes you might want to set up a shot, in which case you can just swing wide. You can basically just come wide round here and then come in for a shot. But here you've not caught up to the ball quick enough to catch it for a dribble. See, this is why you've kind of lost control. You just kind of panicked it a bit. That's fine. It's actually an okay shot. This is okay to maintain pressure. Let me get massively dunked on. So this is an easy fix here. You will never lose this 50-50 if you just jump and side flip into the ball. Right? Pretty much any 50-50, if you side flip, it's never gonna go bad. I mean, I can't claim that will work 100% of the time, but pretty much every time, jump, side flip, it's not gonna go awful. But if you don't jump, this is what happens, you get absolutely dunked on. So yeah, there's jumping, side flip, that's the way to go. Nice. So yeah, this is good because they have nowhere to go. You know, where are they going to go? And you've read this perfectly. It's always worth going for that sort of shot if you're that close. This is good. I like the fake. See, that's the sort of side flip I mean. You just don't lose it. Kind of lost control on the dribble a little bit there, but it's okay-ish. Yep. Nice. So got loads of time here. Lost control, but it's worked. We take those. Okay, nice. You saw the fake on that one. Chipped it. Very aggressive dive in there. I think this is another goal in it, yeah. So, challenging the ball in your opponent's corner is it's just always risky. Is the word I want to use. So, if we imagine this is 2v2, do I have red? I'm not even going to bother. Right, imagine this is 2v2, okay? You've got some teammate over here somewhere in the middle. The other opponent is just going to be over here in their goal, right? That's my very crudely drawn car. There we go. They're going to be waiting in the goal. So even if you challenge and get this ball, this player just gets a free ball, and they're just going to hit it around you, right? So it just doesn't really do much, even if it's like 2v2 and you dive in, right? And let's say you dive in and take this ball, it's just going to go flying into the opposite corner over here somewhere. So it just doesn't really do much. You may as well just fake challenge, try and get them to give away the ball, fake challenge, and sometimes you have to just let them have possession and then try to take it off them again afterwards. But this is just always going to be risky because of this. Because if you miss or it goes wrong, open net. A little bit dodgy on the landing, so kind of flipped a bit too early. The main thing you want on the kickoff is just to get a solid hit in the middle of the ball. You got this weird sort of hit on the corner. That's why you didn't quite win that one. you've rushed back, which is good. This is good. I like that you waited. Didn't quite catch the ball up, but I like the idea. Just go back here. Here, there's nothing wrong with just waiting here, right? You don't even have to turn. You can keep your car facing straight back like this way towards your screen and just wait. The problem here is that, yes, you want to be closer, but if you just wait, they will bring the ball to you. So you can still shadow, but the problem is if you turn and go in, like here, they had a free bang. If that went on target, it's just a goal, right? And even then, I'll go ahead a bit because I want to see why this player didn't just shoot off the rebound. If you turn and go in, they can hit it over you, which they did. So you just don't want to do that, but you don't want to reverse because it's the same thing. So there's nothing wrong with just waiting for them in this sort of situation. This situation will come up all the time. The ball's in their corner. They might have just got the boost doing something, and you're on the mid boost, and you let them have the ball, and that's fine. If you watch it from their perspective, you've turned up, they quickly rush the shot. Just imagine that goes on target. It's the massive, easy open net, right? And I don't know why. I guess you kind of fake them a bit. But if they shot that rebound, it's just a goal as well. It's a bit of an overcommit. You've done well to get back. I just want to go back again slowly. So, yeah, you've kind of just got to concede this ball. You need to be aware that they are right there. And they're just going to go for this. Like, this is the kind of opportunity where you can just go for the corner boost. Or just turn back and wait for the ball to bounce off the wall or something. Because again, it's just risky. That's why. And it just gives them this free chance. Which he didn't actually flip it. So he chips it up. He just single jumped. If he flipped into that, it's just a goal. You've done well to block. Ooh. Okay, nice. Yeah, you can't turn this way. So let's go back slowly. This is fine, except you have to follow where the ball's going to go. The ball's hit off the corner, it's going to go in front of your goal. So you've just got to land and turn left. Even if you're zero boost. Again, I don't know why they've not shot this. Just jump and shoot, jump and shoot. Like, see how open that was. Crazy. Rushed it a bit there. And then, yeah, we get into an awkward position. Let's go back again, just to talk about this part. So, this part is fine. So, hold on. So if we look here, so the opponent's gone the opposite direction. So this lands, you get the boost, perfect. Now the opponent is never going to be here, right? They're never going to be close enough to do anything. So you can afford to wait for one bounce on this ball, and then you could probably catch it and go for a dribble. Catch it, dribble it, get the mid boost, go for some sort of flick. Right? Instead, you've kind of rushed it, and now what do? You know, you're stuck in the corner. You can't do anything. It's kind of worked out. You missed, but and then here, you get yourself into an awkward position. You do well to get back. This is all fine. But yeah, it's just that. Just to quickly mention it again, like it's just another awareness thing. You've rushed to play when you have loads of time. It's a great demo. Now you have loads of time again. So yeah, this is what we want to see. It's just a bit unlucky on the flick. So that's the perfect play, really. You've got so much time and space, and you know you do because you got the demo that time. So you know 100% you have the time and you took it, which is good. You just need to be aware of the other moments when you do have time to make sure you do this sort of play on those times as well. It's just a bit unlucky. And yeah, the reason they scored, if I go back, was here. Taking the boost is fine, but you need to keep an eye on the player. They're going up the wall to follow the ball, right? So they could just go up and shoot it off the wall, so you need to just be able to rush back. Normally for me, I would just rush and take the mid boost as well, if I thought they might be low, I don't know. But yeah, you just basically took a bit too long. Gave them a free ball. It's another sort of open net counter attack. So again, if we look at their nameplate, we can see they did a weird movement. They did a really early flip. And then you could, I mean, you can, if you recognize it soon enough, you can just slow right down. You can dribble the ball on the goal and flick. You can even take the ball back to your own corner and get boost. Chipping it towards the goal is okay as well, because it means they have to make a save like this. This is fine. Took a little bit too long on the shot, but it's okay. Great recovery. I like that. Nice. This is one of those times when you get called a ball chaser, but this is perfect. They just don't expect it. And it's just one of those times where you can just quickly get in, get the shot. Nice. It's a decent kickoff. Unlucky. Can we get that before them? Nice. So I like that you don't flip in, don't overcommit, which is good. Yep, nice. So yeah, you recognise that they just messed up and hit the ball away. Perfect. It's another good kickoff there. Unlucky. So you have a little bit of time. So as soon as you do this, you can see that they've turned away. And if you wait slightly longer, the ball is going to go slightly further away from you. And if it gets a little bit further away, you get a bit more room to shoot. So instead you have to kind of shoot and hit it with like the back of your car. If you wait just a tiny bit longer, you might be able to get a more powerful shot. And the only way you're allowed to do that is if you recognise that you have the time again by looking at the opponent. I feel like you gave them an open net there. I just want to have a quick look from their view. So they missed that boost. Yeah, look at the space you gave in there. Cool. Can't believe this player doesn't take these chances. So you went really far wide, and look at this. Look at it's almost like a massive. If they just shoot this to the right on this part here, it's just probably going to be a goal. If we go back to here. So at this point, you know they didn't take that corner boost because you can see the corner boost, right? So just get the pen just to highlight it here. So these are the things you can look at, right? Come on. I drew a line. Why is it lagging? Oh, okay. Oh, I don't know what it's doing. Come on, pen. There we go. These are the three things you can look at, right? Player with the ball and then the boosts. Did they take this boost here? No, they did not. Does that mean they're going to go for this boost in the middle? Yeah, probably. So the chances are they're going to dribble the ball. this pen is just terrible. They're probably going to dribble the ball and take the mid boost. Now because of that, it means you can close down the space a lot quicker. So you can get yourself over there, probably right now, you can start moving over there. And if you did, if you did move over there, and they drop the ball like this, it's just a free ball. You know, I'm not saying it would exactly happen that way, but it could. But this is a very wide turn you do over here, which just gives them this free shot, which they don't take. So it's just a bit scary there. This kickoff works quite nicely as well. And we rushed it again. I'm just going to go back again on this. So this little turn here is great. It is absolutely perfect, right? If you can't quite go straight for the aerial play, if you don't want to go for it, that turn is spot on. Now in this position, all you got to do is just look for this player. Where is he? Well, he's just flipped and he's landing over here somewhere. What does that mean? Well, it means we have so much time and space. Again, loads of time. So you don't even have to catch this. You don't have to catch it. You can just let it roll out. Then you can set yourself up in a nice, easier way. Instead, yeah, they're just going to rush you because they've seen you mess up. Now we're on the back foot. Nice. We rush this to the goal. This is the final goal. Nice. So yeah, I mean, you do well to create a lot of chances. I just think the few things I'd want to say would be need to work on dribbling. There was quite a lot of chances there where, like I say, you generated all these chances. You had the time and the space to do stuff, and you either messed up the dribble and sort of lost control of the ball, or didn't quite get the flick at the end. So yeah, definitely work on dribbling and flicks. Or the second sort of scenario is that you kind of rush the play, like we just saw right here. Even though it looks like it doesn't matter too much, if I go back here, you know, you think, oh, you know, you've still got the ball, but if you look from their point of view, as soon as they see you mess up, he's just on the boost and he closes down. This player's done a great job here by just closing down the space. So as soon as they see you make this little mistake, boosting, and then they're in, right? And now they've got possession. So they did a really good job there. So, and it's all because you just rushed it, and that you rushing it has caused you to make that mistake. So definitely need to try to work on when you've got time and space, and make sure that if you've got the time, you can use that time to get yourself set up and make sure you have control and make sure you do something good with the ball. The other thing would be there was a lot of these open net sort of counter-attack goals from the opponent. Like here was one where you've kind of just let them have it. Again, this was like an awareness thing. You didn't realise they were right there. Open net. Let's go back and see what this one was. This is where you dived into the corner. Look at that. Easy. Free goal. Let's go back again. This was the 50-50. You just didn't jump into the ball. Talked about that one. Oh yeah, this is where you it jumped up and you just kind of weren't aware that they were right there, and you kind of gave them too much time on this one. And the first one. And again, first one, you weren't aware of where they were again. So I think that will probably solve a lot of your issues. If you try to really focus on where the opponent is, make sure you keep an eye on the opponent, and that will help with your awareness a lot, and it will help make your... That will probably fix a lot of stuff, yeah, really will. Because then you won't rush stuff as much, and you won't get beat to the ball like this. and you won't go diving in when you shouldn't be diving in. So yeah, those would be the things I think you should work on. Like I say, overall you do a good job of sort of controlling the game, which is really good. So yeah, dribbling, flicks, and the awareness stuff. I think that's what you should go for. So yeah, hopefully you find that helpful. And if anyone else wants me to review their replay, just drop me a comment or message me somewhere, and I will make you a video like this one. Cool.